over the weekend, the Miami Hurricanes has an inexcusable loss to the Jackets, right? Where Mario Cristobal made one of these dumbest head coaching decisions in um, ever, actually, where he decided to run the ball instead of kneeing the ball, which would have run the clock out. Jake, I'll let you start with this discussion.
Yeah, first of all, I will agree with you that is an excusable play call. It is a fireable play call. But the Miami Hurricanes will not fire Mario Cristobal. You're still 4-1. You got a chance at the ACC. You got a chance to go to basically finish 11-1. Um, Now let's get into that. Let's get into that fumble. Was it or was it not a fumble? I have a strong belief it was not a fumble because if you slow down the video in real time, you see John Chaney's forearm hit the ground before the ball comes out. It was not a fumble, and I will stand by that. Jordan, I'll go to you, man.
No, no, no. Go to
All
me.
right.
Go to me. Go to me
Okay,
first. All
Evan,
right.
Evan.
So Jake is wrong on absolutely everything there. And I respect he's had a pretty good show. He's wrong on all fronts. So first of all, he's wrong on his head coach. This is not a fireable. It was really bad. We're gonna get into that in a little bit. This is not fireable though. Jake, he's your team's great. You got a great depth. Yes, losing to Georgia Tech sucks. And you shouldn't have. But you guys are doing great, so I don't know why you fire him over this. It's embarrassing, but not.
No, I say it was a fireball play call. They're not going to fire
It's
him.
not.
Miami
It's
will not fire
absolutely
him, though.
in the circumstances. It's absolutely not. He's not fireable. He's done a great job at Miami to start, but nevertheless. So let's talk about the fumble. All right, it's a little interesting that you only talked about the fumble and not everything that followed that. Let alone the play call where you could have just took a knee, and let alone the 44-yard Hail Mary. You don't mention any of that. You just mentioned the fumble. But sure, let's talk about the fumble. With the fumble, you have okay. So it's very close, right? You had his leg. I forget if it was left or right. That the leg's clearly in the air. He's on top of the defender so the leg that's indisputable that did not touch the ground before the ball was out. But the big thing is the elbow, which is what Jake is talking about. So I looked at this for 5 minutes, at least. So I'm not just coming to a random conclusion. You can't see because that one player is blocking, but it gives you a few different angles, right? So you can't see definitively with the elbow and the ball coming out. It almost looks simultaneous. However, today Jake showed me a photo that does have the elbow. It looks like it's touching the ground and it looks like the ball is still in grasp, but the left hand is nowhere near and the right hand looks like it, but also the defender's right arm is around the ball. So my point being is that leans a little more towards what Jake's talking about, but we still don't know. But regardless, what the heck is going on? Why aren't you kneeling the ball? It's too close. That the fumble doesn't matter because it was too close. You're kneeling it. And we learned that this is Mario Cristobal's philosophy. He doesn't want to, what am I trying to say? He doesn't want to kneel the ball. He wants to run it out, which makes no sense. Has he ever heard of the miracle in Meadowlands? Countless plays that have gone wrong. You have to, if you win, if you got the chance to win, you got to take it. And then, of course, the 44-yard Hail Mary was a blow up too. But I'll talk about a little bit about that in a little bit. I just want to get Jordan involved in here. Jordan, what you got to say to what Jake said?
All right. All right. First, I apologize to Jake in advance for what I'm about to say, but why in the world are you not kneeling the ball? And the embarrassing part is this is not the first time that Mario Cristobal has been involved in this kind of situation. In 2018, I remember it was at the end of the Oregon Stanford game, there was a another instance of this where he did not knee the ball. He ran a play, the Oregon guy fumbled. Stanford took it back for a touchdown to send the game to overtime, and eventually the Cardinal won in overtime. But getting back to Saturday, why in the world are you not kneeling the ball? I heard that Don Chaney was 2 yards away from 100. I don't know exactly if that's correct or not, but I mean, come on, why are you trying to pad his stats and not trying to win a football game? You're a head coach. You're getting paid to win football games, correct? And then, and as for the fumble, I don't really care if it was a fumble or not because you should not have been in that position. And then credit to Georgia Tech, they took advantage of that, right? The 44-yard Hail Mary at the end of the game. Haynes King, I forget the receiver that caught the ball, but shout out to the Jackets for doing that. But yeah, Mario Cristobal, what in the world are you doing, man?
All right, Jake, defend yourself. I got more to say, but defend yourself first. We got to give you a chance. Or did we change your mind?
No, you didn't change my mind at all. No, you didn't. And I will stand by. I will stand by what I say. It was not a fumble. My okay, fine. Miami had been playing slow all game. Fine. Miami, the game was close. Miami should have taken a knee to end the game. Yes, so. But it doesn't change the fact that it was not a fumble.
But
Any
no.
part
We don't.
of your
You can't
body,
say that conclusively. But okay, I'll let you finish. But
if any part of your body is touching the ground, it is supposed to be called a dead ball. And
Jake.
John Chaney's elbow was down, so it should have been a dead ball. And plus, my the Miami Hurricanes have reached out to the ACC to um kind of try to receive clarity on why it was ruled a fumble. The Hurricanes have not heard back.
okay, but Jake, you might be right in the end that it was a fumble. It was very close though, right? Have calls ever been blown before? Yes. Was it
Yeah,
okay? Listen, if it was blatantly obvious, I would be on your side. I would be like, what is wrong? The ACC refs, they got to get it together. That was horrible. I don't care about the call. But the problem was it was too close. It was too close of a fumble. We don't know for sure. Yes, you showed me that angle, but we don't know that for sure. That's the problem. And by the way, I want to touch on it because I said I'd get to it in a little bit. With the Hail Mary, we're not even barely talking about. I mean, that was pathetic. Did you see that play? The Georgia Tech guy it wasn't just like a Hail Mary, sometimes you'll see a Hail Mary, it gets popped up in the air and someone catches it. Oh, it's a Hail Mary, it's a last prayer, right? That's the name of it. This was the Georgia Tech guy running and 3 Hurricanes behind him. What happened on that play? I mean, so that the fumble even kind of distracted from that. It was just, I still think Miami's a very good team. I've said that continuously, and I even defended Mario Cristobal. But I mean, man, what a collapse! I don't think I've ever seen such a collapse.
I definitely have not. The only thing that comes to my mind is the miracle of the Meadowlands, right?
Yes.
Um, I don't know if the game Saturday was to that magnitude, but it was definitely a what in the world moment for sure.